Hi guys, welcome to another session with me. Before we start, like always, we are going to check the calendar, but it's really empty. Like we only have unemployment data coming from Canada today, so this is the only thing that can impact the market. Keep in mind it's Friday, so the final trading day for the week. Markets didn't move much, we didn't change much. Like some things work out good, some didn't, but overall I'm happy with this week as it is. Didn't take too many trades this week personally, but there were a plenty of options if you ask me. Like you don't always need to have 5-10 trades every single day just to create a profit for yourself. So let's start with the dollar index. Dollar index continued to move lower. Definitely the move look impulsive right now. Right now we are making a pullback, so short term today we can expect to see a little bit more bullish movement, especially since it's Friday, and usually on Friday we are going to see what? We are going to see just a recovery, because moves happen during Monday to Wednesday if you ask me. Everything after that is just a correction, nothing else. So short term I want to watch 98.49, and that's all. In terms of trading, I'm staying aside from the dollar index. Nothing special there at the moment. The same story can apply to the euro, but euro can be slightly different. We are seeing here a push higher. Again, short term, we want to see a further push down. Again, a correction, a same style that we are looking for in, let's say, dollar index. So just a simple three-leg move, towards the equal X, and then another push higher. So today maybe more bearish than bullish, but overall I want to see that equal X, and from there, if that turned to be a nice looking flag, looking for a long can be easy trading opportunity for us starting next week. Definitely something to watch about on a smaller time frame. Nothing special, nothing interesting if you ask me. Maybe we see a clear break above the trend line, small day trades towards the upside, towards the new highs, can be fine, but I'm more or less for that equal X, and from there looking for the longs. Pound, nothing really much. Price continued to move higher. If we throw Fibonacci expansion, we broke equal X, heading to 1618 as it seems. Definitely price action look more bullish than bearish, so looking for that long setups can work. Just make sure to pay attention to this part. Here to me this looks like a double top. Double top suggests what? Suggests a potential short-term trend change. So a pullback place can work out, but only a pullback place. With Aussie, similar story. We are seeing some bullish momentum. Any three-leg move pullback can work out. Nothing special here. But today, probably a recovery. Let's go in the smaller time frame. Like if you're looking at the Aussie from the smaller time frame, we have some ugly 5-leg move here. You can always feed that part here. And also you have what? You have a potential head and shoulders. So a short term, definitely I'm more bearish, especially if this cracks. I'm not going to say I'm going to target towards the new lows or things like that, but something like a simple equal X from here to here can probably work out. So equal X that comes at 65.08. So for today, that's all I'm going to focus on, at least from the Aussie dollar. From there, like flag plays can work out. But till then, just that head and shoulders, treat this as head and shoulders, that's all. Like we said, we have the data coming from the dollar CAD. If we take a look, like entire week, market was more or less pushing bearish. This entire move looks ugly, looks corrective, nothing impulsive there, so nothing to suggest a potential move higher right away. Definitely that news can move us higher. I'm not going to say that. But if you look from here, you only have a 3-leg move. It's more bearish than bullish. If we have some data and data-driven reaction, then scalping some shorts towards that equal X can work out, but only that. I'm more for, let's say, Aussie dollar compared to a dollar CAD, even that we have a data coming from, even if we have a data coming from the Canada really soon. So let's see. Dollar yen was one of the pair that I took. I played it the same way as I explained to you guys. We were here. We looked for a 3-leg move down to the 50%. This went a little bit deeper, but we never took our invalidation point. And I'm in a small profit. I'll close the trade, to be honest, later on because I don't want to hold it over the weekend. And we already seen a nice move higher. Nothing special, nothing big in terms of a profit or things like that. It's just 1-to-1 at the moment. But how everything looks short term. I'm only focused at 147.96. We'll see what's going to happen after that. Maybe you can target this resistance at 148.07, but that's all. In terms of trading, adding to the trades, I don't suggest it. Maybe if you see a decent pullback on a smaller time frame, fine, but everything else is going to be a waste of time just because this is 5-3, even if you consider this as a potential, let's say C, so simple correction, you need the 5 legs, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towards that equal X. So that's the reason, but only if you can create a good enough risk reward. Now, Euro-yen continued to move higher, and the more that market look impulsive here, the more we need to consider the idea that we are still correcting this move. Just add Fibonacci expansion, guys. So towards the equal X 172.50 will be that next area of interest for us. Till there you have room, some day trades, fine, swing trades, not yet. Like for swing trades, I want to see that equal X from there, want to see some sort of a sign that we have some sort of a signs for reversals, for example, head and shoulders, double top, and from there look for a potential short, because we know that if you're right, we should hold below 173.91 entire time, so we can create decent enough risk reward. Let's see. Gold, nothing special. Like here, market was just creating that higher high, so we are still considering this as a potential wave 1, still looking for that ideal play at the pullbacks. I hope that's going to come next week, so around 50% of this entire move from the wave 1, that would be ideal. Let's see, like I don't expect this pair to move today. Maybe some pullbacks, yes, but I'm not that keen on trying to short it. I want to go long. You know the plan for a while now, so Just want to focus on that. Silver, also nothing special. We have a three-leg move, failed to create a new higher high. So at the moment this can become some sort of a triangle like this. Give me a moment. So this can create a triangle formation for us. Something like this, and then a push higher. So if you see a triangle, looking for the long is fine. Everything else is a waste of time at the moment. Bitcoin, definitely the best pick for this week. We waited for a long time. Like we waited for this three-leg move to end. If you missed it here, we said like you could buy the breakout, market is moving higher. Right now, I wouldn't add to the trade. I would book something if you're in a position and wait for the next pullback before we can add. Nothing special. Like, let's just check this part. We broke the equal X. If we want to see that we are right and that market is ready to move us higher, we want to see 1618 and the higher levels. But you should already be in. If you're not, you need to wait for a better trading conditions and better opportunity. But it's Friday, of course. Crypto is slightly different since we are working there 7 days a week. But even in a crypto space, you don't have that much volatility during the weekend. So for me, that's something that I would not trade over the weekend for sure. So if we see, let's say like this, something like this, yeah, buying again can be a good option. But we had a decent amount of the three-leg moves, so a decent amount of the times where you could easily go and take that long position that we talked about for a long time. Ethereum created a new high. We need to go with the idea. I'm more and more certain that our alt count is going to be right, but I still, until we crack that invalidation point at 4,000, let's say 4,100, I will consider this still as a potential triangle and love to see the drop before we could get into a long position. If not, we just crack this over the weekend or on Monday. We can just place longs and look for the right towards the 5,000. So whatever happen, I'm fine. That's why I said Bitcoin was much better option. Here in the Nasdaq, what we have is A, B, and C. Like when you're looking at this like that, you're looking at the move from here to here, you can only see a 3 legs that found resistance at the equal X. Ideally, we want to see a further push higher, but it's Friday, so I'm not expecting much here. Want to see either a drop down and then a push higher, or small drop and then a move higher. If you see a small drop and a nice three-leg move, in that case you can take a long position, or if you just drop down, crack this, let's say 22,700, and from there looking for the long again is going to be a good option. Similar story applies to DAX, maybe slightly different, just because DAX we are so considering the entire move from June as a potential triangle. We reached the 618, and that's, let's say, ideal area where WAVD should end. But in terms of the smaller count, we are missing one more leg. So one more push higher here, I would look for that small push higher, but only towards this high. I wouldn't target anything else, anything crazy. It's just going to be a waste of time, just because I think we are going to see a crack of this 24,473 before we reverse down. I definitely believe that. So not much things for today, guys, but we are going to have plenty of the things to trade starting from the next week. I'll also try to include few more pairs in our daily sessions. We are going to continue to work every single day, so you guys always have the latest counts. You can prepare yourself better and have a better results overall. I hope you guys like this session so far, because we are seeing, that I'm streaming on a few platforms, so we have a decent amount of the viewers. I get a lot of emails that you guys love this sort of thing, and I'm really enjoying that part. I'm enjoying talking with you guys. Of course, definitely, it's summer, it's a little bit slower period of time, but definitely from September it's going to be much more proactive, let's call it like that. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Enjoy the weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday with a new session. Take care, guys.